So this is the brand new fast-paced game mode coming to Brawl Stars Knockout. Basically, you're trying to kill the other team before they kill you, but the twist is you only get one life. Like, Nita, you're out of there. Bo, you're out of there. They'll never come back for this round. And then Rosa, you're done. We won. But like I said, it's best of 3, so you gotta clutch up and win. So you gotta play passive. You wanna be aggressive. Whatever you choose, it has its consequences if you die. And now, if it is like, say it gets to a 1v1. Never mind, Nita, you ended that. But basically, say it gets to like a 1v1 or a standoff or time's running out. If each team has the same amount of brawlers alive, it depends on how much damage is left for the tiebreaker. So there's no draws here. Whoever did more damage is in the lead for the tiebreaker. You also may be wondering, well, what are the best brawlers in this mode? Today, we're going to be ranking all the brawlers worst to best, so you guys know which brawlers to use in this new mode when it comes out to dominate. Do you have what it takes to lead a community through the post-apocalyptic world of The Walking Dead? Well, you can for sure find out because today's video is sponsored by the latest The Walking Dead Survivors mobile game. The Walking Dead Survivors is the ultimate survival and strategy game, and it's going to be free to play on iOS and Android. So be sure to click the link in the description below to pre-register so you guys can be the first to play it when it comes out. You can play your favorite Walking Dead characters as survivors, and there's 2 types of survivors. There's development and combat, and each one has their own attributes and buffs, as well as they all have their each unique skill set, which gets better over time as you rank up and as your community grows. So you strengthen your town by upgrading your buildings and sending out your fighters, which are the soldiers of the game, to clear the walkers around your base so you can secure more land for more resources. Because as you guys know, in a post-apocalyptic world, you need as much land as possible. And you're also researching technology so your town becomes more and more advanced, as well as there's PvP, where you can go and scout and attack other players and see all their goody goods. But keep in mind, you can also be scouted and attack as well, so you got to be on guard. As well as the game has clans. If you want to join mine, there you go. So we can help protect each other, set up outposts, because I don't want to be losing all my goody good resources, man. So be sure to join me today in the Walking Dead Survivors mobile game. Again, you can pre-register and download the game in the link in the description on iOS and Android. It really helps support me and the channel, so huge thank you to Walking Dead Survivors for sponsoring us. Let's get back to the episode. So 47th on the list here, the worst brawler that you'd never want to play knockout. Primo. I'm sorry. He's tanky, doesn't have range. He's just not good. 46th on the list is Bold. Similar, he's got a super short range, so it's going to be really tough to get your super and survive because there's a bunch of different maps, and a lot of time your teammates are going to be grouped up. Tanks, I don't think are going to be crazy in this mode. 45th on the list, Gale, I'm sorry. You don't deal a lot of damage. You're not that great anymore. You're old. 44th on the list is Lou. Lou actually got a buff, so this could be dead wrong, but he doesn't have a huge amount of damage output, and he doesn't kill brawlers super fast, and that's really what you want in this game mode, because brawlers that kill fast will do well here. And Lou, that's not you right now. 43rd on the list is Shelly. She's just not a good brawler at the moment, or ever really. 42nd on the list is Penny. Penny is great in 3v3s where it's a long-term match. She takes forever to get her super, and that's where she's most relevant. Penny, she's gonna struggle here. 41st on the list is Jacky. Yes, she can hit her own walls, but she's got no range, and it leaves you very vulnerable, which this mode, you want to play control brawlers and brawlers that can kill fast. 40th on the list is Dynamike. The reason why I say this is majority of us suck at Dynamike. I suck at Dynamike. You maybe suck at Dynamike. I mean, if you're a really good Dynamike, I would raise the rank, but just majority of players are not, so we're ranking them low. 39th on the list is Nita. Her short range, I think, is going to be a downfall with her, and she doesn't pack a huge punch, but there are instances where Bruce can be annoying, but I'm hesitant with Nita here because it takes her a while to get her bear. The 38th on the list is Bibi. She got nerfed. She knocks the enemies away, which actually isn't the greatest thing what you want in this, and she doesn't offer that much control now in the maps that I've seen in rotation, so I would stay away from her. 37th on the list is Rico. He's really squishy, really hard to hit your shots, and again, you'll die really quick, which is a downfall in this game mode. 36th on the list is Ems. The reason for this is because Ems is a great tank counter, but tanks aren't going to be great in this mode, so Ems not going to be solid. 35th on the list is my boy Spike. Could be dead wrong on this, but with the prediction of what the meta will be, I think he will struggle. Sorry, Spike.
What's that, little buddy? Tell me your last words.
34th on the list is Frank. Frank got buffed to his damage is super, but he will just feed supers like crazy. There's so many brawlers that can stun him out of his super. Frank, man, you just need more range. 33rd on the list is actually an assassin brawler, which can be amazing here, but Darryl is just not the craziest right now. I think there are gonna be instances where he's gonna be really solid, and I will take this time to say, guys, this list is just saying overall brawlers, which I think will be solid in this mode. Yes, brawlers can work with different comps and everything, but I'm just saying overall what brawlers I think you'll find the best success with. And yes, I know brawlers in the right hands or brawlers you're really good with, you can do well with. Keep that in mind. And also, use code BT1 because why not? 32nd on the list is Carl. He got a buff to his range, and last time he got a buff to his super. The thing with Carl Colt, with his super, you're going to be trying to run right on top of the enemies. And that scares me because he doesn't have a great escape. He could get killed and picked off early. 31st on the list is Piper. For the fact that I saw a really wide open long range map and sniping can be good. She has her little shot to like keep brawlers away. And I feel like this is going to be a very campy-ish mode, similar to kind of bounty in a way. So Piper meta be good here. That's the reason why Brock is right below her. However, Brock is still in a weird spot because he doesn't have a whole lot of health. It is hard to hit his shots, but I do like Brock better than Piper here because he has a jump to escape or be able to break walls. 29th on the list is Jean. With Belle, the newest brawler, and her bounce shots, I don't think people are gonna be using magic puffs here. Well, actually they probably will until Belle becomes super relevant, but he can heal his teammates and he can drag enemies, and you can all group up, drag an enemy right into the left and just destroy him, and you have a 3v2. 20th on the list is Rosa. Her short range scares me, but she's tanky enough to be able to run around in the grass and heal up. She'll still be good. It's just maybe not as good as some other times. 27th on the list is Colt. Does a lot of damage, able to open up the map. The main reason is just his damage. He's susceptible to assassins running right in his face, but a lot of damage. 26th on the list is Bo. Now, Bo, totem, cheese craziness could be a thing here where you just chill in the back, all charge up off his supers, but you only get a minute in the round, and that'll hinder the time it takes to charge up your stuff. However, he does have circling eagle, so you can see the grass if they're camping or whatever. So be on the lookout for Bo and that annoyance, like maybe Nani had, Tara super, stuff like that, because there really is no downside to camping in this mode if it's organized. 25th on the list is B. She doesn't have honeycoat anymore. She had honeycoat of 1000%, way higher up in the ranking, but just pack a huge punch, she just dies really quickly. 4th on the list, same thing with B. Packs a huge punch, dies quickly for Nani, but she can shoot around walls, get around that a little bit, and her peep had crazy things to go on with that. 23rd on the list, I wanted to rank him higher, but he doesn't have like that boom, the burst damage like some other brawlers, and it takes him a little while to get his super. Sandy, I'm sorry, I had to drop you a little bit. 22nd on the list, we have Crow. Watch him. He could be sneakily good here because he is an assassin. He can jump in. His poison can keep the enemy low, and slow. If you have the gadget, he's a sneaky good pick too, I think. 21st on the list is Colonel Ruffs. He doesn't have that upfront burst damage, so it's going to be a nightmare. But with field promotion, think of just healing your teammates in the back the entire game. And when it comes time to fight, or they're coming running at you, you're already all tanky in that minute. So Bo, Colonel Ruffs, Nani, or Tara could be annoying to face. 20th on the list is Poco. If you have tanks, Poco has the capo and healing, like Poco double tank could be a nightmare here because you're literally just trying to suppress the enemies, and Poco heals the tanks and you can't do anything. But be on the lookout for Poco double tank as a whole being crazy, but Poco on his own, he'll lose a 1v1 for sure, but he does a great job of keeping his teammates alive, which is what you want from this mode. 19th on the list, I'm gonna put Leon here just for the fact that you get your invis, you get your super, you can take out one of the enemies and make it a 2v3 instantly, and his damage is actually quite good in this too because he's really good at taking out single brawlers, and that's what this mode basically is. 18th on the list is Mortis. I wanted to rank him lower for the fact that he has to dive on enemies, and that could be a huge downfall to him, but he still is so good at assassinating brawlers that are lower in health or weaker, so I had to keep him high up here. 17th on the list is Sprout. Now Sprout's one of the craziest brawlers in the game, but it's hard to hit your shots in my opinion, and he can get singled out a lot with the brawlers that are assassins and being able to jump on him because there's a lot of good assassins that I think will be played, and Sprout might struggle a little bit. 16 on the list is Surge. The reason why for this is the gadget, because he can teleport and basically 3-shot 50% of the brawlers, over 50% of the brawlers in the game. Basically, if they're below 4,500 HP, 3-tap them, they're out. Downside with this, it's like boom or bust, because if you don't get the kill, you're in a bad spot usually, and it takes him a little while to charge up and get his super and get his stages. 15 on the list is Max. Max, if she gets her super and able to run your entire team up there and catch the enemy off guard, crazy. Max as a whole is just a good brawler, been a great brawler for a while and does a lot of damage. 14 on the list is Thick Pam. It's gonna be hard to kill her. She has her turret to heal up your team. However, if Belle is super meta, which I think she will be, Pam is going to get obliterated because of those bounce shots from Belle. I may drop her in the next if we do another ranking of this, but for now, the heal just seems really good on paper. 13 on the list is Tara. Vision is actually gonna be super important here too. Being able to use the vision to see where the enemies are, to plan a strategy, because there's a lot of grass on these maps. And if you get to drag the enemies too, it's gonna take a while to get the super, but just I feel like the vision alone and her amount of her damage would help, and she's gonna be really good. 12th on the list is the newest brawler that you'll see soon, so stay tuned, subscribe for those sneak peeks, is Squeak. This is preemptive, but I think he's gonna be a really good brawler. He's got a different mechanic though, as you guys know from the Brawl talk, where the things stick and the delay, but even beside all of that, I think Squeak will be really good. He's gonna have crazy control, similar them to like ticking away. 11th on the list is Barley. This is because of Tom. I asked Tom, yo, what are the best brawlers in the game you think going forward? And he said Belle, he said Barley, and he said maybe Sprout. Barley's getting a buff, increased range, more damage, and Barley has a perfect heal whenever he shoots his attack. So great sustain for him, great control. I think is gonna be a sneaky pick here too. 10th on the list is Jessie. A lot of times you're gonna be around your team and those bounce shots are gonna hurt. She's been good for a long time and her turret's annoying too. 9th on the list is Amber. She did get nerfed to her reload speed, but that doesn't change the fact how much damage she deals, her control with her burn. She doesn't pack the biggest of upfront punches, so that maybe this is too ambitious with her. Maybe I might drop her a little bit, but for now, Amber, you're staying right here because you were one of the top brawlers still in the game. 18th on the list is Tick. He got nerfed to his damage, but he's still so annoying, being able to zone off areas. So like an assassin jumps on you, you have the gadget for invincibility to push them away, and you get supers like crazy. Tick is going to be a nightmare in this mode. 7th on the list is Colette. 2 shots and a super hitting them twice, they're done. She's going to destroy tanks. She's gonna be able to push away enemies if you need to, or use her other star power. She's so good, and she's really good at zoning and killing a brawler quickly if you have your super, and you get the super fast. 6th on the list, he's getting nerfed, but he's still annoying. We've played a lot of knockout matches already with a lot of the other YouTubers, a lot, and Tick is one of the most annoying to face. He can shoot over a wall, destroy the campers, the porters tell you where they are. Mr. P, you're annoying, and he's still gonna be really good in this. 5th on the list, this might be ambitious because he got nerfed pretty hard, but Stu is, I consider him as still an assassin, and he does a lot of damage. So Stu, I had to put him here. He's really good at escaping. It's that super getting it in one shot. 4th on the list is 8-bit. 8-bit got everything you want in this mode. He's beefy, he's got a lot of HP, got a lot of damage, and has a super that can potentially increase the damage of your teammates. The only issue is he's slow, but that doesn't actually matter in this mode too much because you're not in a rush to get anywhere, and he doesn't die that easy. 8-bit, you're crazy. 3rd on the list, oh my gosh, this mode is like made for Byron. Heals your teammates and deal damage to the enemy. The super burst heals your teammates, burst destroys the enemies. The only issue with Byron is he doesn't have a crazy amount of burst damage. So if like an Edgar, I'm spoiling something, jumps on him, he's gonna struggle. If an assassin jumps on him, gonna struggle. But I think that outweighs the benefit of being able to heal your team, heal yourself, and just he's still good even after the nerf, I think. 2nd on the list, the newest brawler, Belle. Those bounce shots are no joke. She has the longest range in the game. She packs a huge punch with just one main attack. The super, if you mark an enemy, your whole team is gonna just deal so much damage to them, it's gonna eliminate them immediately. Plus she has her trip mines that she can drop on the map, catch them off guard. Belle, not even in knockdown, is just gonna be probably the best brawler in the game. However, number 1 on the list, this brawler will be annoying to face, so the meta might adapt to it. But number 1 on the list is Edgar. By all of the test matches we have done, if you had an Edgar, you immediately had an advantage because you use the gadget, you jump on someone, you basically get a kill unless they're super tanky or like obviously someone with a huge amount of burst damage like a Shelly with a super or something. But smart Edgars aren't going to do that. They're going to go and pick off, let's say Belle. They're going to go pick up Byron or jump in at an opportune time when the enemy's weak. Edgar is like made for this mode, and I think the meta might adapt to be able to hard counter him. It's basically the reason why he's good in Showdown. Jump on someone, gadget, kill him, you're good. This is quick 3 rounds, so if you're on your gadgets, he's going to be amazing. So those are just my thoughts. Let me know if you disagree or agree. Obviously this may change as the game mode comes out and we see the meta, but I've played probably 50-60 matches so far, so this is my initial thoughts on it and kind of how I feel like the meta will go, and basically taking into account balance changes and everything. But hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to subscribe, use code BT1 in the shop. Thank you for Walking Dead once again for sponsoring my channel. Check out that in the link in the description. Stay tuned for more sneak peeks. Squeak! I'll see you guys later.